Hello, my dear students. Today we have a reading lesson. Reading 8B, part 1. Please open your books, pages 118 and 119. Today we have two objectives, which by the end of the lesson you are expected to be able to achieve. Here is number 1. Figure out the main idea of three texts. Number 2. Analyze details in the texts, the three texts, to answer three multiple questions. Do you understand our objectives for today? Of course, yes. Here is our starter for today. I need all of you to listen to this lady and answer the question.
We use cookies. Our website uses cookies to store your information and make your experience better. By using this website, you agree to their use.
Where is the question? Here it is. I need you to look at this image and tell me where you would find it, where you would expect to find such an image. Pause the video for a few seconds and answer, please. I'm sure that most of you, if not all of you, know this. Of course, it looks like an online pop-up, which you will always find on many websites. Thank you. One more question. You have to accept these cookies so that you can make the best use of the websites you are on. Do you know what it means? Do you know what cookies means? Great. These pop-ups inform us, me and you, that the website is using cookies. Why? To store your information, my information, the user's data and activity on the site, and asks us, you and me, whether we agree, whether we accept it or not. In order to use such a website you're on, you have to accept using cookies. Thank you. For further information about cookies, you can read through this extract. Now I need you to read through this paragraph, this introductory paragraph about cookies, of course, and tell me what the overall theme of our topic today is. What is the main idea of our reading stuff? Pause the video and answer, please. Welcome back. Now I suppose you know it. It's very easy, isn't it? Here it is. Tells us about what? The issue of data collection by online services and how this affects us either negatively or positively. This is activity B. Here you have to read through the magazine article quickly, where you have the three texts. Then tell what the main idea of each one is. What are the three short texts about? This is Bill Taylor. What does he do? He is a managing director of Sport Online. Remember, you have to do three things. Read through the text, underline the keywords, and come back to me with the main idea of it. So this means that you have to pause the video. But before pausing the video and getting down to reading, I want to provide you with some definitions of certain words that you might need. Here we go. These are the words that I think that you need to know their meanings. A questionnaire comes from question. Yes, it's a list of questions which, for instance, I ask you. Why? Because I need to know some information about you, about something that you are very much interested in buying. For example, sophisticated, it means very complicated, done or made in a complicated or in an intelligent way. Retailers. Retailers means some people or shops or even businesses that sell goods, products to me and you, to the public, to the people. We alert the shopper to special offers. We ask him or her to be aware of, to make somebody aware of something, to warn, to give him a warning. And finally, the word is object. People do not object. They do not say no. To object is to express your dislike or opposition. You don't like something, for example. Having known the meanings of these words, now it's time to pause the video. I'll be waiting for you. Do it and come back. Welcome back, my good students. Now, tell me what the main idea of this text is. Excellent. It's about explaining why those websites are very keen on collecting data about you and me, about customers. Their goal is to draw a picture of how consumers, me and you, interact with their online websites. Why? To improve the overall shopping experience for them, as well as to target their own advertising accordingly. That's it. Great. Let's move onward to text number 2. Here is text 2, my dear students, with Badr Khalid. First, who can tell me what Badr Khalid does? Very good. He is a privacy lawyer. How did you know? Here is how, written below there. Now, you have to pause the video, read through the text, underline all the key or unknown words, and tell me what the main idea is. To make it easier for you to know the main idea of this text, let me provide you with some important words. Words that you need to know so that you can understand the text easily. Okay? Here are the words. You can never learn a word unless it's in a context. The amount of online data collected by companies is mind-boggling. This means that it's very much surprising. You can hardly imagine or understand it. Later on, prices go back up as this customer, me and you, is now hooked. Hooked? If someone is hooked on something, this means that he or she is so crazy that he can never stop doing it, having it, buying it, watching or playing it. Okay? And even if the data is not stolen, it's often sold to other companies. How? By the company collecting it, sometimes without your knowledge, without my permission. And this seems to be very bad. This seems to be very outrageous, unaccepted, shocking, morally not good. That's why it's really very important, it's crucial, extremely important, that the public is aware of all this. Having told you the meanings of these 4 words, I suppose it's time now for you to pause the video. Come back to me as soon as possible with your answer. I'll be waiting for you. Hello again. Now, what the main idea is, you know? Oh, here it is. This paragraph exposes us the dangers of allowing websites to collect our information. What happens? Those websites, through their cookies, of course, remember, can easily track us, track our every move. They can even know our location. Through what? Through the IP addresses of our iPhones, our mobiles. What is even worse is that hackers can make use of the data collected. Why? To do very bad things, to do harmful activities. Is it clear now? I hope so. Are you ready, my good students, to go through this text? Number 3, with Andy Jones? Very good. But can you tell me first what Andy Jones does? Excellent. He is an internet user. See? It's clearly written there. Now, pause the video. To do what? To read through the text, underline all the key words, and finally, tell me what the main idea of this text is. To do this easily, let me provide you with the meanings of some words that you might need while reading through it. Here you go. Here, my good students, we have 4 highlighted words. As a daily internet user, Andy Jones says, I really feel like the collection of our data is a what? Double-edged sword. A sword? Yes, a weapon with 2 edges, 2 sides, good and bad. A sword that acts in 2 ways, negatively and positively. He also tells us that he receives too many emails daily, and this urges him to do what? To purchase, to buy things that he likes, but he doesn't need. Tempt means to make someone want to have or do or buy something, but it is not necessary or even wrong. Andy Jones is telling us, I realized that by only being shown books, films, and music in specific genres based on my current interest, genres means a particular subject or even a style. See the last question raised by Andy? How do I stop what? How do I stop this invasion of my privacy? Something invades his privacy. Invasion is indeed the process of affecting someone's life in a way which is not good, which is not wanted, pleasant. Now I suppose you are ready to do what? Yes, to pause the video, read through the text, and come back to me as soon as possible with the main idea. Be waiting for you. Hello, my good students. Now, tell me what the main idea is. Excellent. This text is questioning the pros and cons of giving personal data to our websites. Should we provide those websites with our personal information? Is it any good? Does it have any cons or disadvantages? Are there any pros? C. He says that it is a double-edged sword. It acts nicely, it acts positively. How? He benefits directly from those websites. Using loyalty cards, it allows him to get discounts. Very good. It also, through the GPS system that he's using on his mobile, allows him to get around. And music streaming services or bookshops keep suggesting things that appeal to him. See, this also saves him too much time. He says, cutting down on the time that I need to search for them on my own. It saves him time. All these are, of course, pros, advantages. On the other hand, he can't help but wonders. At what cost? However, on the other hand, he receives many emails every day that tempt him to buy things, which, despite the fact that he likes, but he doesn't need. This is, of course, a disadvantage, and this clearly shows the main idea of this paragraph. I hope you got it. My dear students, it's time for our second objective to achieve. With activity C that says, read again through what? Through the same texts and answer some relevant questions. Here is the first question. It says, how did shops collect information on their customers when? In the past. How? Of course, you need to pause the video and start reading. You don't have to read quickly. You have to read in detail. Take your time. Great. This is the part where you can find the answer through. A customer would be handed a questionnaire, a list of questions. Why? They give you a list of questions. They provide you with a list of questions to answer, to fill in. What does this indicate? It indicates your likes and dislikes, your preferences, what products you are very keen on buying, commenting on their experience. You write down your comments, and in the shop, and making suggestions. Through the questionnaire, you're expected to suggest how to improve their service as well. So the answer is yes. Customers filled in a questionnaire indicating their preferences for products, for goods. What else? Giving their comments, commenting on their experience in the shop, in the website, and making suggestions on what? On improving customer service. I hope you understand now. Another question with the same person. I mean Bill Taylor. According to Bill Taylor, how do cookies help online businesses, help online companies, websites, retailers to do what? To inform us as shoppers, as users of their websites, of what? Of special offers that appeal to us, of special offers of particular interest to us as shoppers. To know how, you need to pause the video, go through the text where Bill Taylor is, and find the answer. I'll be waiting for you. Have you got it? Any good news? Can you tell me where the answer can be found? Excellent. Here is where. For instance, Bill Taylor is telling us, based on a shopper's search history, past purchases, goods that he bought in the past, and spending habits, we warn, we alert the shopper to special offers that appeal to him, to her, to me, and you, and suggest products and services that, as I said before, that appeal to us, that may be of particular interest to us as shoppers. Great. This is how. This is how cookies help those retailers, those businesses, those websites. Very good. So it says, when online businesses use cookies, what happens? They are able to access a shopper's search history, my history of shopping, my past purchases, the goods I bought in the past, and even my spending habits. As a result, they adapt the special offers to my preferences, to the shopper's preferences, to your likes, to your interests. That's it. You got it now? Great. One more question. Another text. This is Badr Khalid. It says, according to Badr Khalid, what else, apart from tracking a user's every move when visiting a website, what else? What else can online businesses obtain with the use of cookies? What else can online businesses, can the websites with the cookies, obtain with the use of their cookies? Badr Khalid, the privacy lawyer, pause the video, do the same thing. I'll be waiting for you. Great. Here is the evidence. It says they also obtain location. What else? They also know the location. Through what? As I told you before, through the device you are using, through your iPhone, mobile, through your laptop or PC. So they can easily find out your location through your iPhone, your IP address of your mobile, for example. You understand? Great. One more question with Andy Jones. What are the benefits Andy Jones mentions concerning the use of cookies? Why are cookies good? Why are they useful? Again, pause the video, go to your text, read and answer. Hello again. Can you tell me where exactly you can locate the answer? Very good. Here shows how using cookies is really very much useful. Why? He uses loyalty cards to get discounts. Very good. What else? His phone's GPS system allows him to get around. Very good. And even music streaming services or bookshops keep suggesting him things that he might like, that appeals to his tastes. In addition, this saves time. It cuts down on the time that he needs to search for the things that he wants. You got it? Great. So, you can go through the answer and make sure of it yourselves, please. My dear students, I need you to give too much due care to such a kind of question, even though it is a multiple choice question. It says, see how the question is set? Which data collection method is not mentioned in the text? It's not there. It does not exist there. GPS tracking, IP location tracking, web browser cookies. D. Social media monitoring. Not mentioned, remember. Pause the video. Go through each text. Shall I help you? Why not? See? Here, In this text, web browser is there. See the other one? You have the IP address. In this text, the GPS system is mentioned. Here is the question again. Now you must know the answer, which is not mentioned in the text. A, B, C, or D? Excellent. Of course, it is D. Social media monitoring is not mentioned at all. Thank you. You are great. Question number 2. Why does Badr Khalid mention the changing price of some products? Why does he mention this? Is it to show how companies use data against customers? Or to indicate that loyal customers do not mind paying more, no problem with them? Or to demonstrate the benefits, the pros of data collection for customers? Or to indicate that online shoppers are aware of pricing strategies? Pause the video, find the answer, and come back to me. Be as quick as possible. I'll be waiting for you. Nice to see you again. Now, can you locate where the answer is? Hey, where? Very good. When someone visits an online shop for the first time, he or she might get surprised because of attractive prices, because of very low prices. This happens, of course, to encourage me and you to spend much more money, to spend a lot of money on their goods. But remember, later on, these attractive prices go up, go back up. We have already become hooked. Customers have become hooked. And we are more likely to keep purchasing, to keep buying their goods and services. Being unaware of this strategy, me and you may end up paying the higher prices. See, it's very much tricky, isn't it? Business. Online businesses. It's time now to tell me what the answer is. Is it A, B, C, or D? Excellent. To show how companies use data against us. They trick us. Nice. Very good. Thank you. Question 3. The last question. Why does Andy Jones use the phrase, what phrase? A double-edged sword, a sword that acts negatively and positively, when discussing data collection? Why? Is it to demonstrate its usefulness, to show how much useful it is, or to suggest that it is an unethical practice, immoral one, or to show that its disadvantages are more than its advantages? D, or to indicate that it has both sides, pros and cons? Pause the video, read, and find the answer. I'll be waiting for you. To help you, here you can find the answer. Okay, any good news? No usefulness. Nothing at all. Is it unethical? It has nothing to do with it at all. Maybe because the cons are more than the pros. I don't think so. Great. It's to show that it has both sides, the advantages, the pros, and the disadvantages, the cons. That's it. See, here he says it's double-edged because it has two sides. Advantages, on the one hand, benefits directly, so and so. On the other hand, there are some disadvantages you can find here in this part. Thank you very much indeed, my good students. This video, my good students, will be available on Microsoft Teams. Thanks for watching us today. Till we meet again, see you.